Welcome to another episode of The Vault, where me and Steve sit at the round table. We talk about the most important thing in life, comic books.
Woo!
Now, last night I was watching Logan's Run.
Really? That's
Yeah.
a good film.
Oh, classic. Right?
Yeah.
And got me thinking about back in the day, like, movies were always translated into comic form afterwards. Right?
Oh man,
so many
how
of them.
many? There's thousands
yet-
of issues.
Yeah, I've been around for over 30 years now, that's it.
Well, I think the Star Wars ones, I think they still do a movie adaptation. They did it for
Yeah.
Last Jedi, I remember, but they don't sell like the... Because everybody gets... See, back in the day, the movie comes out, either you've seen it in the theater, and then that's it. So if you want to relive the magic, you got to buy the comic.
Yeah, because, like, the last ones I, remember most were the 4 Batman movies, right?
Yes.
And they sold well, because, I've been in business 20 years, and I've seen, especially the first Batman movie, I've seen that adaptation hundreds of times, right? And tons of collections. A lot of people bought it, right?
Yeah.
And, obviously, to get a bit harder to find. I'm not 100% sure, I think there was one for the Bane and Mr. Freeze one, wasn't there?
Yeah, Batman and Robin, I believe. I'm pretty sure that was. Yeah, they did all of them.
Yeah. And they did one for Spider-Man, the first one.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I brought a couple copies. They did sell. But, I don't recall any since then.
I'm trying to think now. If has there been one, like with the exception of Star Wars, because they had like 5 or 6 different covers for that, and they had a movie poster cover and all that. And
Yeah, they did it for...
they did it for Last Jedi. I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
you had it. You probably still have it here.
Yeah, okay.
But
They didn't
beyond
do one
Star
for
Wars,
the new one or anything.
did they do? They didn't do any of the Avenger movies, did they?
No.
They had the prequels for
They
them.
did preludes and stuff. Yeah.
Preludes, yeah, like there's a prelude for Black Widow coming out.
Yeah.
But the adaptation itself, ooh.
But they were huge back in the late, especially early 80s. Like,
Oh yeah.
every movie had like a movie adaptation. Like Annie had one, and Indiana Jones had a bunch of different variations for that one. Time Bandits, Blade Runner, Labyrinth, right?
For Your Eyes Only, James Bond.
For Your Eyes
Yeah.
Only, the Last Star.
The Last Starfighter.
Fighter, yeah. There was a lot.
Krull.
Krull, yeah.
Krull had one, folks.
Yeah, Conan had it.
Conan had Conan. Both of them.
Yeah, and the Destroyer too.
Yeah, Conan the Destroyer as well.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't do one for E.T.
No, there
'cause that was a
wasn't E.T.
massive big movie. You could say, oh, maybe Spielberg didn't want it, but they did one for Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
And Indiana Jones.
And didn't they do one for Jaws too?
They did, yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Treasury editions were movie adaptations, like Superman and...
Superman 2. I think Superman 3 as well. Superman 4, Cross the Face was
2001 had one.
Well, that was huge for Marvel because look what happened. They kept on going with it. And
Yeah.
of course, what character did we get?
Good old Machine Man.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Another Jack Kirby.
And I know, like, Gold Key did tons of them, right?
Do you know what the most expensive one to buy is from all the Gold Keel run?
The Yellow Submarine.
With poster?
Yeah.
Because it was poster. You got the poster? That was the most expensive
Yeah,
one.
Good luck finding that in nice shape. I've never seen that,
Oh, my brother Martin has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has it. And he has it with the poster as well.
And
He
then
got that decades ago, of course.
they did Kiss, Phantom in the Park, and then there's the rare Beatles ones I've never seen. They're only distributed in the UK or something, but they do exist. I've seen them online.
Yeah, Hard Day's Night.
Yeah, remember they did 2 Beatle ones?
Hard Day's Night and the Beatles.
Because they're always in the price
Or
guide,
Help.
but there was never any price or anything.
Yeah,
or
because
whatever.
try getting them.
They were like, do these even exist was always the thing, right? And, I did loads. Dark Crystal had one.
Oh, the amount...
Rock and Rule. I remember selling Rock and Rule online for like $80.
Really?
Yeah. Found it for 50 cents somewhere. This is way back when eBay was young. Right?
Well, it's funny. You also had, I bought it off you actually, the reprint of the Star Trek The Motion Picture.
Yeah, Star Trek had
adaptation.
one. Star Wars had a bunch of different adaptations.
Well, that's Save Marvel. I mean, that's a whole. Everybody knows that story.
Yeah. There was tip me tongue there. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, it goes back to the '60s. I mean, you had Goodbye, Mr. Chips.
A lot of the
You
Disney
know,
movies were all done.
A lot of Disney was done.
Yeah.
Because you had movie classics, and that's where the very first North American appearance, Doctor Who, was in movie classics.
Okay.
Doctor Who and the Daleks, the Peter Cushing film.
Yeah.
All right. And they had so many of the Disney films that were done by
All the cartoons were done.
Four color comics. It was four color comics. Did a load of that. You had Marvel. Marvel did a bunch too, and they had their own movie thing. It's amazing the amount. The Battlestar Galactica was another one.
That was a big flop for Disney, even though I love the movies again.
What?
Secret of Nim.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was never like reprinted in a comic or anything. Like, that was a really cool movie because
Jim Henson, wasn't it? Was it Jim Henson?
No, it was a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
What NIM stood for, like some sort of animal research facility or something. I don't know. It was a scary, evil government corporation type thing. Yeah? I remember seeing that as a kid with my sister. I was like, oh, it was pretty damn cool. Well, yeah, I remember it was a big flop. Lots of money off it.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's still when they still drew the stuff, right? And a lot of movies have had comics come from it. Like there's Toy Story comics, and
Well, Buck Rogers.
Frozen
Right.
and stuff like that. But they don't sell very well.
I would have thought that something like Buck Rogers, when the movie came out with Joe Gerard and Aaron Gray was
No,
was
Flash
the two
Gordon
leads.
was the movie. Buck Rogers was a TV show.
No, it actually came out in I believe it came out in limited run first.
Oh, okay.
Because that was the time when Gene Larson was jumping on the Star Wars banner thing.
Yeah.
He put out Battlestar Galactica a year early, and that got a limited run. But Buck Rogers, I saw it in the movie theater on Henry Street, the Capitol.
Yeah, I don't remember that coming out.
Yeah, that came out. It had different credits for the film.
Yeah, I love Flash Gordon. That's cool.
Well, I mean the Queen film, the music,
Music, yeah.
and Brian Blessed was in it.
You remember the pinball machine? That was hard, man.
I didn't play the pinball machine.
I probably didn't because it was in the Peter's Pizza up in the Torbay Road Mall.
Okay.
It was the only machine they had there, right? And it was really sloped and it was sort of thin. It was a hard game, man, but it was fun though. Right? Spent a few quarters on that one. believe me.
Pinball is coming back now too. It's fun. Everything old is new again. Like pinball games are coming out again, and you buy them at $9,000-$10,000.
Yeah.
But they're limited runs. But I mean,
Oh, they're cool looking.
they're really cool. Elvira just got a new one out.
Yeah.
And
Saudi Armade one looked pretty bad.
oh yeah, my friend has the Metallica one.
Yeah.
You know, and that is a gorgeous. Now he researched it to death, and there's a Star Wars one, and there's a Ghostbusters one. There's so many.
Well,
And
I find curious though, getting back to Logan's Run,
yes,
because they did the whole movie in about 5.5 issues, and I guess they were done.
yes,
And then for some reason, in number 6, which is worth a lot of money now, it's like the first solo Thanos appearance. Just pop that in there out of nowhere, right? Makes no sense to me why it would be there, but there it is.
that's the one where he crushes the flower at the end.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tear. What a jerk that Thanos is.
And then like number 7 was like stories after.
Yeah, exactly. That was only
It
one
was
issue.
one
7?
issue, and that was it. It was all over.
I was too bad because I got the set of Logan's Run, and I really, really loved the art in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the movie, you're reliving the movie because, of course, the premise is that you turn 30, you renew, or you're
But it's sold
you're
well,
shot.
because I've seen that comic a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Logan's Run. That was Marvel's first movie one, I guess. Unless you... Well, the first one they ever did was DC and Marvel got together, I think 74, 75 maybe, and they did the big treasury edition of Wizard of Oz.
Yes. That was the Michael Jackson version, wasn't it? No. Oh, the original one?
Yeah, yeah.
What was the one with the Michael Jackson one? Because they did that as well.
Captain EO?
No, he did a Wizard of Oz, I thought.
I don't recall that.
Well, I could be massively wrong.
You're thinking Xanadu?
Xanadu was Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, that was bad too, man. Supergirl was bad too.
Supergirl was very bad.
But he did all the Superman movies and
all the Superman
Treasury
movies.
editions, didn't they? Or the first two, definitely.
The first two definitely.
And I think the fourth one. I don't know if they ever did the third one.
Well,
Quest
that was
for
with
Peace.
Richard.
Oh, Quest
Pryor.
for Peace was just a regular sauce.
Yeah, because that was so bad. But the number 3 was Richard Pryor.
I
Whenever
don't think that was a reprint of a comic, though, was it? Yeah, for some reason they decided to do Quest for Peace. And they did Supergirl. I don't know if they did a comic for that. They did trading cards.
Yeah, I get the. But actually, the trading cards were stickers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so surprisingly
Weird
enough.
looking movie, too.
Now, but what? Okay, now, but what about Marvel put out Sinbad, the seventh Golden Voyage of Sinbad?
Yeah.
So what year was that? Was that put out?
They're all like
That'd be early
70s.
70s.
Yeah,
Can you remember what? Because that was put out in the series.
yeah.
It was a Marvel premiere, it wasn't Marvel Spotlight. It was Marvel something.
Yeah.
It was the Sinbad's Golden Seven Voyage of Sinbad.
Collector's item classics or something?
No, it wasn't that. It was a Marvel something because I got it at home.
Yeah, yeah, they're talking about
Yeah, and that was
it. Short-lived run.
yeah, but they did so many.
Yeah,
They did so many good stuff.
yeah. And then you don't see it hardly anymore. It's weird.
No, like I said, beyond the Star Wars, I can't think of the last one that came out.
But that was all Jim Shooter's idea for the most part.
Really?
Back in the late 70s, early 80s to do all these. And they were selling well. They had to have been. I remember we all bought them. Yeah. Gee, they don't bought any. I didn't even see the movie.
Ooh, well, it wasn't for me.
The sun did come out though. All right, so we're going to pick a card each and call her a day.
All right.
All right, see what we got. All right, close the eyes. Get out of the one. Someone different. Give me someone different. Yes. Okay.
So
More
we
of a
got-
modern issue. X-Men 213, I do believe.
213.
The number's cut off. But yes.
Oh, you got Wolverine and his
And
good pal,
Sabretooth there. Yeah.
What is this? What is the relationship between Wolverine and Sabretooth? Because it was like they were just villains. Because Sabretooth was original villain of Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And then he fought Iron Fist for a couple of issues.
Yeah, and then he teamed up with Constrictor, and the two of them were like taking on Power Man and Iron Fist. Remember, he was like just stalker or something in the alleyways, and one of them. He was like raping people. When he was
Killing
killing
or-
them, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that sounds very nasty.
Well, yeah, he was hanging out with Constrictor, who you've never heard of again. Poor old Constrictor. He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be his best friend.
People have a falling out every now and
And what
then.
happened is he got popular, and he said, "I'm done with you, Constrictor."
That's right.
I'm outta here.
I'm going A-level supervillain.
This was part of that Mutant Massacre tie and stuff, right? And I've had it.
Yes, I had that.
Yeah.
I had that issue.
Yeah, yeah, they were pretty good actually. I really like Mutant Massacre when they introduced all those.
The Morlocks?
Oh, the boss who killed all the Morlocks. I like those guys. Everybody was like, he spun around. What was his name? He was like Typhoon or something, and he shot out all the.
Yeah,
Dangers
it's
or
almost like the
things.
top.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I liked them. They were totally badass, and yeah, we killed a lot of Morlocks, but they needed to be a bit of a.
Well, they were
bit of a
underground
cleansing.
too.
Yeah, there were too many of them.
So say you. All right, that's.
Yeah, grab a go.
We'll do the best I can. All right. I have.
Oh.
Got a Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Daredevil number 158. I absolutely love the cover. I really like the cover of that.
Oh, me too. It's great.
Beautiful cover. And this was it the Ghost? Who was this? Who was the villain? Death.
Stalker.
What's it say? It doesn't say what it is on it. But
Yeah, Deathstalker.
I loved that. I loved that
Yeah.
cover, and the art on that run was fantastic. Daredevil had some really interesting villains.
Mm.
I mean, the first few issues he had Kilgrave, the Purple Man,
Yeah.
and he was just a guy who all his power was you got to do everything he says, which is a pretty cool power to have.
Stilt Man.
He had Stilt Man. He got Electro.
Frog guy.
Yes, the Frog guy.
Frog.
Leapfrog. No, Leapfrog was Leapfrog. It wasn't Leapfrog, was it?
Yeah, I think his name was Leapfrog.
Leapfrog?
Yeah.
So who was Patriarch? Who the
Backtrack the Leaper.
The Leaper. So okay, Leapfrog and Leaper. Okay.
Yeah, he fought Captain America, I think, more so.
Yeah, and it's Stiltman.
Yeah. Because, like, his second...
And the Owl.
Yeah, Owl's is the Kingpin.
Yeah,
basically.
that was the Kingpin.
Yeah. Because he fought Electro. So I guess they were, like, trying to figure out characters in the fight. That was his first villain that he fought. His first issue was his origin.
Yeah.
And then he basically took out the mob boss, right? And then number 2 was like, hey, it's Electro, we got no ideas, so take one of Spidey's villains and bring them on over.
But see, that wasn't, I mean, the thing was, Lee was doing that with Wally Wood.
Yeah.
Because Wally Wood was free of EC Comics by that point. Wally Wood did sporadic issues of Daredevil.
Yeah, he only did the first 6 or 7.
Yeah, he was, and it was sporadic. It's typical. Wally Wood, of course, is a
Oh, great, yeah.
genius. I mean, his art is wonderful.
And, Buddy, he was cool with the wrists, with the
Oh, Gladiator.
Gladiator, he was pretty awesome, yeah. Frank Miller did a couple really good stories with him. Made him into a hero, just misunderstood.
Well, he was depressed, and
Yeah.
he got his life back together when he had his girlfriend got kidnapped, and Daredevil was, by that point, a bit of a troubled soul himself,
Yeah.
because he was going to, I'm going to beat you up, and then he finds out that his girlfriend was kidnapped.
Yeah. I found interesting about this one and Swamp Thing 20 is that even though it's the debut of Frank Miller, it's really not till the next issue that we get into all the story that he was going for, I guess. Because that was like the end of a 3-parter or
Yeah.
something. The same with the Swamp Thing 20, that's the end of a 4-parter with Arcane and stuff, right?
Yes.
So 21 was like, the anatomy
Well,
lesson or whatever they call
that
it.
Alan
right?
Moore run was,
Where he found out he was
Unbelievable.
not a human being, he was just a plant, right?
he was a client.
And they never used to reprint number 20, hey? In the trades. They'd start with number 21, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he do 20?
Because you kind of had to read 16, 17, 18, and 19 to get the gist of what was going on in 20, right? I had picked all them up afterwards when I was just bored and I saw them all there for cheap, and I picked up issues 16 or 15, I don't know, maybe even 10 to 30 or something, right? And went home and I read everything I bought, of course, and going through, 10, 11, whatever. It actually started getting good. That's when the artist showed up at 16. Steve Bissett,
Oh, okay.
right? Because he was the artist with Alan Moore on most of that run. Tom Yeats.
Now, my
right?
question now, that was that was the first run, that was the second run of Swamp Thing.
Second one, yeah.
The second one, because the first one was Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah.
I love Bernie Wrightson. He was, I was fortunate enough to meet him before he died, and a wonderful man, and his artwork is just
Yeah, because I
very
remember
unique and superlative.
I was home on a Saturday night or something. High school kid, right?
I know the feeling.
And I was reading them, so they're putting along, they're okay, and then they start getting good around 16, like the art changes a bit more, I don't know,
Horror, it was more
more horror-y, right?
Yeah.
And then once I got into like 20 to 30, I was just like, wow, I was just blown away at how good they were. It's like, just totally changed my whole, way of looking
And
at
Alan
comics,
Moore
right?
was early 20s by this point, wasn't he? He was a young man.
He was older than me. I would have been in high school.
Because he was doing stuff with England.
Yeah, yeah.
And they said, well, Len Rin voted him up and said, hey, you want to do Swamp Thing?
Yeah, because he was doing a lot of stuff for Warrior magazine.
Yeah.
Right? Well, V for Vendetta started there, and other stuff like Dr. Quinch and some weird stuff. Not all of it was great.
Oh no, but even he was finding his art at the point. I mean, everybody got to get training.
Yeah. So this sort of ended. We've got a classic cover, but it's like 159 is where it sort of starts moving, I find, because that's when he finally made Bullseye into a cool character. 'Cause the original issues of Bullseye show were not that good.
No, they just reprinted it. I think last
Yeah.
week in the new Marvel Dollar comic.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I had them. I'm not fussy on them. but they got one much better. Well, that should do it for another week, guys. So keep watching The Vault
Absolutely.
and keep reading comics.
And we all want to wish you guys happy. This is our first episode in 2020.
It is.
Happy New Year and a happy new decade.
Yeah.
Let's make it a really good decade.
Yeah, it'll last till the end of it.
Yeah, well, some of us will, some of us won't. You got to wait till the end to find out. All right, bye-bye, guys.
Bye.